Hello! let me get up here. Let me get up here and get you all. A new Gundam, dude! I'm actually freaking out about the new Gundam. Though I had a really weird moment, right? When I saw the announcement for the new Gundam, it was like releasing in 2027, and I was like, fuck, 2027, that's ages away. '27 is next year. 2027's in 5 more months. Excuse me? Oh God. I'm aware that it's 2026, but I'm not aware that it's 2026. Does that make sense, boys? Like, I know it is. I write it in my journal every other day, you know, oh, this is the date, 2026, but my brain's not actually aware that it's another Jets Award soon. Oh my God, another Jets Award soon. I get this. 2023 is in 3 years and 5 months. Don't be saying those things to me. Stop that right now. This year's been very weird. This year's been very, very, very weird. And I had a kind of significant moment yesterday. Because I have a really kind of proud thing to talk about with you all. Yesterday was my release from formal care recovery for the illness I was suffering with last year. I fucking did it, boys. They think I'm stable enough and healthy enough, and they gave me proper allowance, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's go! I actually was like, I went into it really not sure how I'd feel about the whole thing, and then when I left the appointment, I like stood in the parking lot, and I went, yes! Like, I got into my car, and I was like, yeah, I did it! I did it! I was like, what do? Do I celebrate? Do I get cake? Like, what do I do? Fuck! It's like a weird thing because like you're going through the whole process of like having to do your appointments and having to fill out your documentation, listen to your doctor's orders, get your regular checkups, and you're so much in the process that you don't ever think there's gonna be a end where they tell you, hey, you're well enough to be released from care. Like, we think you're doing great and you're gonna be fine, and here's resources if you ever need to come back, but we think you're doing good. And I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, your health chart's really stable and everything else that you were dealing with, you're doing really good in. And I was like, wow. Healthy streamer. I mean, health is a process. You're never fully recovered. You know, that's how they be. But I'm legally in the eyes of the medical field, I'm what they consider to be a recovered, stable individual. Yeah! Congratulations, thank you. Certified kind of normal, certified doing better. Isn't that crazy? Like to have the doctor tell you that you're doing better, and I'm like, what? That's really, really, really cool. So that was a really kind of big thing for me yesterday, actually. And I wasn't thinking about it, like, none of my friends know about like this stuff really, and like I don't really go into detail with you guys that much, and I went into it being like, I'm not really thinking about this, I've never done this process before, I know what it's gonna be like. But then when I actually like got out of the appointment, I was like, wow, I actually feel proud of myself. What the fuck? This is really cool, and I worked hard and shit, and yeah. But I do have to unfortunately inform you all that I now have legal documentation that I can never join Phase Connect. Yeah, no, the doctors gave me the documentation to say that I'm stable, mentally and physically, so I'll never be able to join Phase Connect. I'm legally in the eyes of the government and the medical system not Menhera no more. Isn't that crazy? Fuck this world. Phase Connect can't have jets. That's our streamer for now. I'm literally legally too sane for Phase Connect. Isn't that kind of psycho? Like, it's one of those things where when you're in the process of getting better and stuff, like, and you don't really give yourself a chance to realize you're getting better until you're kind of near the end of it, and you're like, look back and you're like, whoa, I'm doing better. That's crazy. It's a lot of small steps that you don't realize, and there's a lot of setbacks, and you feel the setbacks more than you feel the step forwards. And maybe one day in the future, when I'm further along, I'll be comfortable to talk more in detail about everything with you all, but at the moment, because I'm still like avoiding doctor packs, I would just say that I'm doing really well, and thank you guys for being so patient with me. Yeah, one day in the future I feel like I'll be able to yap more about like the details of everything, but for now I do want to take the time to say, like, broadly speaking, as though I always like put shit to the side and power through and don't bring stuff up on stream, there were days where I was not able to be strong enough to stream or here enough to be okay to stream because of many complications going on with health stuff. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being patient, understanding. Hopefully this means, like, officially that I am in a space where I'm like, we're able to really get back into it with like less appointments, more free time, and more mental free time, like, and like physical free time. We're just doing better overall, you know? I mean, you were unable to breathe. I mean, yeah, the sinus, see, the thing is, the sinus thing was a completely additional fuckery. That was just like a wham bam thank you ma'am combo with everything else going on. You know what was really cute this morning? Mexis messaged me and she said, my niece has been playing with this toy house that they got, and the toy house has this television, and on the television there's this like printed image of like a cool hip girl with like blue hair and cool sunglasses, and apparently she calls her Jets. And I threw up a little bit in my mouth. It was so cute. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Apparently she points at it and goes, that's Jets, that's Jets. Because I showed her Jets on my screen. So now she points at the blue head character on the screen and says that that's Jets. What the fuck do you mean she does that? That's crazy. That's so surreal. I come with my niece is like, that's the Jets. That's Ani Jets. How old is she? She is 2. So she's a little bit older than 2. So she's moving towards the terrible 2s, terrible 3s. Almost 2 years old, I believe. Yeah, she's starting to yap a lot. She's starting to ask questions about things. Corrupt them early. Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, once again, I'm the eccentric. I'm truly the eccentric of my entire extended family. The craziest thing is, right, I was the eccentric before I got into streaming as my profession. And I kind of just doubled down on that shit. like I was already, oh, that's Jets. She does art and is living in the big city. She moved to the big city to do art. She's a little weird. She's a little weird and crazy, and she dresses with the cool art, like a cool arty person. Dyes her hair funny colors, and then I've come back home and I'm like, well, now I am silly on the internet for a living. I've always been bohemian, so I somehow found a way to be even more silly. I'm preparing myself for big family lunch tomorrow. Mentally preparing myself, being like, to rock up and be my wacky self. I will be honest. Having my siblings all have kids is great. I love that they did that for me specifically. I love they did that for me so that nobody pays attention to me. Because if anyone wants to ask me a question, I just go, oh, have you seen the babies? Oh, have you seen the babies? Oh, you haven't seen the babies? Oh, we should really go look at the babies. Wow, yes, let's talk about the babies. Oh, what do I do for a living? Oh, you should really see the babies. You really should. Are you the cool aunt? Yes, I'm the cool aunt. I specified that my siblings have to call me cool Auntie Jets. Has to be cool Auntie Jets. That's the rules. Although I've often found, and it's like the ultimate life hack, people don't ask you what you do. And if they do ask you what you do, you just pivot into, what do you do? You go, oh, I'm just working. What do you do? And then people just want to talk about themselves. And you're like, got out of that one. Nice and easy. Is there a single VTuber that's proud of what they do? I am. When I say that I'm bashful at social events, it has no bearing on my feeling about my work. It's more of the understanding that most people just don't understand it. It's more from the place of a lot of people are curious about it, but it's difficult to explain to them, and they obviously don't understand what it is and therefore the value of it. But I love what I do. I'm so proud of what I do. I'm fucking addicted to what I do, to a problem. Like, it's my obsession, man. It's my everything, you know? You can say James journalism at this point. That's true. I have been flown out to get early access, and technically today we were meant to be playing Halo.